And we once again welcome you back to the campus of Potts Camp High School. We are at the Oakley Sports Complex here for the Potts Camp Jamboree. We're getting you set for an extended broadcast here of Tishomingo County football. We welcome you again to our Facebook live stream here on this Friday night, August the 22nd in the year of our Lord 2025. Blake Long joined once again by Randall Lindsay, your sideline voice of the Braves, and Sam Barnett again behind the camera as we wrap up the Potts Camp Jamboree. Right now there is 2 minutes to go in the one-quarter exhibition between Holly Springs and Byhalia. Next up we'll have the Braves and the Byhalia Indians. As you see, we've got the scoreboard adjusted on your TV screen right now, and we are honored to have you in the broadcast. Do me a favor as this link shows back up in your timeline. Share it. We're on Jack's Facebook page once again tonight. We're on WRMGradio.com at the TCHS Sports link, and also we're on Roku on Jack Ivey Broadcasting. Just search there, and we're on Channel 3 there on that link as well. We're going to talk about the schedule coming up because we've got regular season football 1 week away from right now, much closer to our home base. It's about 2 hours or so from Iuka to Potts Camp down here, and so not a terrible drive. Get on I-22 and come on over. And we're looking forward to a continued good night of football. Braves, if you missed it earlier, were able to get past the Holly Springs Hawks 14-0 in their one quarter of play against the Hawks. Touchdowns by Dayton Crabb and also by Grayson Blakeney. Farm Bureau touchdowns, I should say, there for the Braves in that one. And so we look forward to having more football coming away. Again, there's 1 minute and 50 seconds to go in the Byhalia Holly Springs one-quarter scrimmage. Remember, after we play Byhalia, our JV team will take on the Thrasher Rebels. We'll stay on the air and do those games for you as well before we wrap up our coverage. And I believe the hometown Potts Camp Cardinals will play H.W. Byers to wrap up the night here from the Potts Camp Jamboree. Let's remind you, tonight's games are brought to you by Friendly Florist, your full-service florist and gift shop in downtown Iuka at 112 West Front Street. Stop by and call Kim and her staff, 662-423-3501. They're offering delivery, curbside pickup, as well as in-store shopping. The Animal Choice Vet Clinic in Iuka, Dr. Brian Dunley and staff. You can like them on Facebook or call 662-423-2686. Kenny Fife for your Tishomingo County Farm Bureau agent, 1112 Maria Lane in Iuka. See Kenny for all of your auto, home, and life insurance needs. Phone number 662-423-6151. By the Tishomingo County Electric Power Association, the TCEP, members of that TVAE program, where they come and do an energy audit of your home. For more information, call 662-423-3646 during normal business hours. Sparks CPA, those locations to serve you in Iuka, Red Bay, Muscle Shoals, Sheffield, Boonville, and also in Corinth. They have free electronic filing of all income tax returns, individual business income tax preparation, monthly bookkeeping, payroll and sales tax services, and much more. Thanks to Sonic and Belmont and Iuka, that's your morning drink stop at both locations. Large soft drinks starting at just 99 cents. The place on Front, 102 Front Street in downtown Iuka. Call Terry Whitehurst for all your event venue needs, baby showers, bridal showers, and the like. 662-279-0718. H&H Small Engine Repair, 1109 Battleground Drive in Iuka, 662-423-2741. Want to remind folks that may be tuning in for a different ball game tonight. We will have coverage of two more games here on the Ivy Broadcasting Company tonight. The Belmont Cardinals are down in Smithville for their Jamboree game. Scott Webster and his crew will be there for that. David Leatherwood also and Jacob Stanley. And then tonight, the debut of Itawamba High School football here on Ivy Broadcasting. Check that game out on the Itawamba Agricultural High School Facebook page. And that will be, of course, Matthew Willis and Jack Ivy there as they'll be taking on the Boonville Blue Devils this evening in Boonville. So, again, Belmont at Smithville coming up here at the top of the hour. Also, we'll have Itawamba at Boonville at 7 o'clock as well here on Ivy Broadcasting. We're honored to have you here, though, as we get set for Tishomingo County and Byhalia from the Potts Camp Jamboree. We have now less than 1 minute to go in this quarter scrimmage between Holly Springs and Byhalia. Let's roll a few more sponsors in and thank our Tishomingo County School Board and Superintendent, Mrs. Christy Holly, by Dr. Cameron Bonds and Medical Associates of the Shoals. Just a short drive from home as he continues to provide excellent care for his patients. For an appointment with Dr. Bonds, call 256-383-4447. Williams Service Center, Todd and Crew at 1112 West Equipment Street in Iuka. Full service gas mechanic work, front end work, oil changes, new tires, and alignment as well. Phone number 662-423-2119. Moore's Jewelry at 104 West Front Street in Iuka. Services offered in-store jewelry repair, custom designs, 12-month layaway as well, with a large selection of silver, gold, and diamond jewelry as well. Like them on Facebook or Instagram and online, mooresjewelry.com. You heard the game is over now between Byhalia and Holly Springs. Neither team able to score, and so that one will result in a 0-0 tie. The Braves will take the field here in moments against the Byhalia Indians. Byhalia is the team that will be wearing red. You see in kind of the top right corner of your screen. Braves still in the blue tops, and we'll have coming up soon Tishomingo County and Byhalia here on Ivy Broadcasting. Randall Lenz, let's get down to you, my friend, for the first time in this portion of our broadcast. And Randall, let's go back to that first game where the run looked really good for the Braves.
Yeah, Blake, I really like the 1-2 punch between Dayton Crabb and Dominique Alexander. I mean, that's what you're going to have. You're going to have two backs. Hopefully nobody gets hurt this year. I thought Grayson looked good. We didn't throw no passes. Yet, of course, I'm anxious to see who's going to be that number one receiver we go to. You know, Chase moving on. Chase was a big offensive weapon for us last year. Thought the offensive line looked real good. I heard they had gotten stronger and quicker over the summer. I talked to Grayson last Saturday about – you know, the offensive line, that's where it's going to have to start. We're going to have to open some holes, give the Grayson time to throw. You know, we lost a couple of offensive linemen last year, so who's going to step up with that? But I thought from the spring game when we played against Fantastic, and now the offensive line had really stepped it up.
I agree with you, Randall. Also, early thoughts on defense. I thought a couple of Holly Springs broke a couple of runs of about 10 to 15 yards. Other than that, though, they were pretty good. So we may have lost Randall. Randall, you got any thoughts on the defense through one quarter?
Defense, you know, didn't look bad. I mean, thankfully, some of the patches were overthrown. You know, a couple of them big runs that Holly Springs did have, they were brought back due to penalties. So, you know, you can clean that up, you know, with some minor things. But, I mean, I didn't figure they'll show that much tonight. But I think next week we'll go all out with a season kicking off a week from tonight over in Farmington, Mississippi, the home of the Alcorn Central Golden Bears.
And let's talk schedule while we're at it, Randall Lindsay, and we're getting ready for this game. The Braves are retaking the field right now. Of course, we're going to go what I'm going to call for the Alcorn County Championship, Randall. First 3 weeks of the season, we're at Alcorn Central hosting Biggersville and hosting Kossuth. We'll get our fair share of our neighbors coming up right off the bat, Randall, and I like the early scheduling there. Also a trip to Belmont that's earlier this year than the last 2 years. Back to Belmont, though, Randall, for year number 2 in a row on September the 19th, and then wrapping up non-division play, hosting the Adamsville Cardinals as well. So 2 weeks in a row of Cardinal opponents.
Yeah, you know, I knew we was going to have to go to Belmont 2 years in a row, but what surprised me was hosting Kossuth. So, you know, that's kind of interesting as well.
I agree with you.
I don't know if you noticed this, but we got a week off between the Adamsville game and our first division game at South Pontotoc on October the 10th. You know, we're off that October the 3rd because it's only, you know, 4 teams in the division we play 5 straight. We get an off week, and then division.
Absolutely. And then, of course, you mentioned that division opener is October the 10th at South Pontotoc. Go ahead, Randall.
First time in a long time. Maybe the first time since I've been doing this, Blake, we've had an off week.
Also in division play, October the 17th, the Braves will host Corinth. October the 24th, we'll go down to New Albany. And then I've seen conflicting dates there either on Thursday the 30th or on Friday the 31st, Halloween night. It'll be North Pontotoc at home for the regular season finale. But for now, we're set for more football. Byhalia will kick off here in this controlled scrimmage where kickoffs are not live, and fielding that kickoff for the Braves, number 10, and that is Christian Ray. Braves will have the ball first here. And again, we're playing 12-minute quarters here. 1 quarter against the Byhalia Indians. Then we'll have the Braves junior varsity taking on the Rebels from Thrasher. Broadcast brought to you by personal injury attorney Casey Lott. Attorneys licensed in Mississippi, Alabama, and Tennessee. Casey is a team of attorneys specialized in personal injury, pharmaceutical product liability cases as well. Call Casey for all your legal needs. 662-554-4000. By Cornerstone Insurance, your local trusted choice. Independent insurance agency with a complete line of personal and commercial insurance products and offices in Iuka, Booneville, and in Baldwin as well. Grayson Blakeney with a quarterback keeper to the left side gets a block from a wide receiver, forced out of bounds around the 30-yard line. I think he's just shy of a first down. He is indeed, Randall, I believe, by just 1 yard. And so a 9-yard gain for Grayson Blakeney to the 31-yard line. And actually, they will move the chains. First down to Tishomingo County. So they respot the ball, and it's a Boyce Hollingsworth first down, 662-423-5931. Boyce, your State Farm Insurance agent in Iuka. 10:02 Battleground Drive. Two wideouts far side for the Braves. Same formation as they've been running. Blakeney takes the snap in shotgun formation, hands to Dayton Crabb. He's past the 35, brought down between the 35 and 40-yard line. At around the 48, it'll be a second down play coming up for the Braves. Second down, and we'll call it 2 or 3 yards to go. Braves continuing the emphasis on the run game. Ball spotted at the 38 officially. Sid's Trading Company. Don't forget, they are proud to say they've been serving our community and surrounding areas for 20-plus years with cab models and all sizes of farm equipment, bush hog, and woods as well. If you've got a cut, mower, dig, get her did at Sid's Trading Company in Iuka. We'll see the pass for the first time for the Braves going long. One-on-one coverage, and actually ends up Randall right between his two receivers, Braxton Brown and Kylan Rutland. The pass incomplete for the Braves.
Who was that receiver over there? I got a lot in the sun.
We got Rutland, number 11, and also Brown, number 2. Ball kind of landed right between the two, Randall, I believe. And so the clock rolling here, under 10 minutes to play in this one-quarter Jamboree game. Don't forget, next the Braves and the Thrasher Rebels in JV action here on WRMG TV 12 and Television 97. Gatlin's Pharmacy in downtown Tishomingo offers better service, friendly, reliable, and fast. They're hometown folks you know and trust. Call Gatlin 662-438-6605. Second down, and beg your pardon, 3rd and 2 for the Braves, and it's a little reverse handoff. I believe that is number 6 on the run, Hunter Stewart. He'll get another Boyce Hollingsworth first down for the Braves, so Randall will show a little trickeration for the first time tonight. Gain from the 38 up to the 47, 9-yard gain for Stewart, and a Boyce Hollingsworth first down at 10:02 Battleground Drive in Iuka. Boyce, your State Farm Insurance agent, 662-423-5931. Hometown Pizza in Burnsville, 343 Highway 72 in the East Burnsville Shopping Plaza with pizza, pasta, cheese sticks, wings, hoagies, and that delicious salad bar as well. 662-360-4019. If you want time out your net, no matter where you live in the county, call Tishomingo Connect for number 662-423-3646. Got a penalty flag on the play, and I believe that's going to go against Byhalia, Randall.
Yeah, I think they were a little anxious to get across the line, so it's 5-yard penalty.
Well, I take it back. It's going to be 5 yards.
Backwards.
Okay, now it is. It is offsides on Byhalia. Okay, they had marked the ball the incorrect way the first time. That will move the football officially into Byhalia territory at their 47-yard line. 1st and 5 coming up for Tishomingo County. 8:41 to go in this one-quarter exhibition.
Pac-12 officials here with us tonight.
That's an early reference to the Pac-12, Randall. Not even a full game in, and we're getting a Pac-12 reference tonight. 1st and 5 for the Braves from the Byhalia 47. They were offsides again, got away with it that time. Blakeney has his man down the side, complete. Braxton Brown makes a move, makes 2 moves. Did he get in? No, he's shy of the goal line at about the 5-yard line. Randall, the ball was underthrown just a bit, I think, but still making the catch was Brown. Ball was at the 47-yard line. We got a thumbs up from Sam, and the ball now spotted at the 5, and it's a gain of 42 yards. A Boyce Hollingsworth first down for the Braves again.
Sam got that.
Boyce, protect your largest investment fund. Unexpected events life may throw your way with State Farm Insurance. A Boyce Hollingsworth first down. 1st and goal to go with 7:42 to go in this only quarter of play against the Byhalia Indians. Former division opponent, by the way, Randall. You and I have been to Byhalia before for division games. Handoff, Dominic Alexander met by a defensive end. There is a penalty flag on the play. Could they have gotten an early start again? And now multiple penalty flags will fly here. And I think we may have offsetting and sportsmanlike penalties on Byhalia and Tishomingo County. Coach Quinn is talking to one young man whose number I'm not going to mention on the air, but he's certainly getting a little bit. And that's, there are offsetting and sportsmanlike conduct penalties and an ejection, I believe the referee stated maybe. The referee threw his hand up in the air as in he threw somebody out. Now, I hope that's not the case in a Jamboree game. Maybe he's just done for this quarter scrimmage. Either way, there was another penalty on the play as well. The ball is now marked back at the 5-yard line, and maybe so they're going to say the penalties were offsetting. Yeah, the down marker still says 1, so we'll go with that. Clock will continue to roll now. Today's game brought to you by Mr. Mac Wallman, your Tishomingo County coroner. Alexander again in the backfield, handoff going to the left side, and brought down. Is he in? Yep, he got in before the tackle. Touchdown for your Tishomingo County Braves. It's Dominic Alexander with the Farm Bureau touchdown. Tishomingo County Farm Bureau is proud to support our home teams with offices in Iuka and Belmont for your convenience, offering local services with local offices and local agents. So Alexander Randall is the third different Brave to score here in tonight's varsity portion of our Jamboree. In the game against Holly Springs, you had Dayton Crabb and Grayson Blakeney scoring, and now it is Dominic Alexander scoring the 5-yard touchdown run. Cooper Tap on for the PAT, and it will be no good, wide right. And so the score will remain Tishomingo County 6, Byhalia 0 with 6:32 to go in this only quarter of scrimmage. Randall, it's a methodical drive right there. The Braxton Brown catch will be the big play from that drive. Wouldn't you agree, my friend? And we'll get back down to Randall here in just a second. Randall, thoughts on the big drive if you got me?
Yeah, what a throw there from Grayson to who caught that? The sun's over here in my face, and I couldn't see there on that side of the field.
Braxton Brown made the big catch, Randall.
Braxton Brown made the big catch. Wow, what a play. So good. I thought we may see a pass or two here tonight. I didn't think he'd throw it much around, but wow, what a pass to Braxton for that long gain.
Brooks Grocery, can't beat their friendly service and their 128 made-here recipes. Brooks makes it easy in Iuka. Tap to kick off for Tishomingo County, and he will do so again. The special teams portions of today's Jamboree are dead, and so the ball trickles, I believe, into the end zone for a touchback. Byhalia will have it at their own 20-yard line, and we'll see the Indians offense for the first time in this contest with 5:31 to play here in this only quarter Jamboree. Braves up 6-0 with the 5-yard touchdown run from Dominic Alexander. Dawson Big Four, where you always get more. The sales force will not pressure anyone there on their lots. A happy shopper is always the goal at Dawson Big Four, 628 South Gloucester Street. Dr. James Perkins of the Iuka Animal Clinic is at Highway 25 South. Healthcare, grooming, and boarding for your pets. Phone number 662-423-3470. Also brought to you by Lee Griffin, Kurt Butler, and the staff at Iuka Discount Drugs. They offer the ultimate prescription management solution with the free one-pack program. They also offer free delivery vaccines, and they are a 340B prescription savings program pharmacy. 662-423-9039. First play for Byhalia is a run up the middle, stuffed immediately by the Braves. And in on the play on the tackle for Tishomingo County, we'll get a couple of numbers here. Number 24 and 12, those young men are Ethan Durham, number 12, and we don't have a 24 again on our roster. We'll get on Coach Quinn and get him to update that before next week's game. We already had J.B. Northington misidentified from the first game, so Facebook chat, y'all help me out again on number 24 as well. Speaking of that, I'm going to go ahead and get the Facebook feed pulled back up right here. See if we can say hello to a few folks that may be chiming in. Do me a favor if you haven't already. Share our broadcast link on Facebook and let folks know where they can watch Tishomingo County football here this evening from Potts Camp, Mississippi in the Potts Camp Jamboree. We've got JV action coming up next here for your Braves against the Thrasher Rebels to close out our night here in Potts Camp. We've got a timeout called, I believe it was by Byhalia. Nope, called by Tishomingo County. So the Braves are going to call our first time out of the ball game. And we'll reflect that on our scoreboard here. Hey, a big thanks to Just a Kind Word Florist at 1105 Battleground Drive in Iuka. Flowers and gifts for all occasions, from weddings to funerals. All your floral and gift needs, thanks to April Shea and the staff there. 662-424-2694. McRide Insurance at 9th Street in Belmont, under the leadership of Tamara and Brandon Farr, offering a full range of superior insurance products. They uphold the traditional Christian-based core values rooted in honesty, integrity, and quality as well. 662-454-7831. Carla Common, attorney at law with estate planning, nonprofit and charity formations. They are a small firm with a big heart right at Iuka, Mississippi. For a low-cost initial consultation, please contact our office, 662-593-3079. Braves defense has third down here against Byhalia. Indians in shotgun formation will run to the right, an option play, fakes the pitch. Braves will tackle him, and I think he's going to be shy of the first down by about 2 or 3 yards. Randall, some numbers in on the play if you've got any. Let's see, I had Brooks Keith in on the tackle.
24 was the first one on the hip, Blake, but there ain't no 24 on here.
Yep, again, Facebook chat, if you know number 24, let us know. We'll have that corrected by next week. I can promise you when the game really matters down at Alcorn Central. 4 minutes to play here against Byhalia. Braves up 6-0, fourth down, and I think Byhalia's going to go for it, and why not in a Jamboree game? Results don't matter. Work on your fourth down plays here. So the Braves have it. It's 4th and 3 from the Byhalia 27-yard line. Here's the snap. Looks like a quarterback keeper again. He gets by the first defender. He's got the first down and a little bit more, and actually a lot more. Broke a couple of tackles, finally brought down on the far side by T.J. Lovett, number 28, and Byhalia moves the chains of fourth down conversion up to their own 41-yard line. 3:34 to go. Clock stopping here in this only quarter of play. Thanks to Mississippi Land Bank, Dustin Lambert and the staff. 2101 Highway 72 in the Corinth branch. For more than 100 years, Mississippi Land Bank has offered financing solutions and free financing to rural communities in 32 northern Mississippi counties. Also brought to you by Hometown Pizza in Iuka. 509 Battleground Drive in the old Subway building with pizza, pasta, salad bar, wings, baked potatoes, ice cream, and much more as well. Call this number for those call-in orders, 662-593-3036. Handoff for Byhalia on first down, and again the Braves this time Mets maybe have a tackle for loss as well. I think he lost a yard.
Cooper Tapp was leading that charge right there. It looked like number 18, Cooper Tapp on the stop for the Braves, him and a bunch of his buddies.
A plethora of Braves on that tackle once again. I think also T.J. Lovett again was on that play for Tishomingo County. We'll officially say no gain. Second down and 10 from the Byhalia 41-yard line. 2:39 to go now in this only quarter scrimmage. We'll stay on the air for the JV portion coming up next between Thrasher and Tishomingo County. All brought to you by Piggly Wiggly of Iuka, Belmont, and Red Bay. Lowest prices, hometown-friendly service by Dr. Scott Seegers and the staff of the Seegers Clinic. Also nurse practitioner Sarah Cooley and Elizabeth Thompson here to serve our hometown people. 662-423-1000 for appointments. Second and 10, Byhalia again with a quarterback. Keeper met this time by the Braves. Forward progress stopped after a big loss. And guess who again? We've called T.J. Lovett's name a couple of times, and there he is making a big TFL. The spot forward progress to the 39. Officially, Randall, it's a loss of 2 yards on the play for the Brave defense. So 3rd and 12 yards to go from the 39 now for Byhalia. Clock continues to roll down to 1:45 to play as we conclude varsity portion of tonight's Jamboree here in the near future. Hey, big thanks to Prey Pottery and Heavenly Yogurt at 115 at South Fulton Street in Iuka, 662-424-0202. By Northeast Mississippi Community College, of course, they are moving forward to technology in the classroom, health and fitness initiative, Honors College Student Success Center, and much more. Take your next steps with Northeast, 1-800-555-2154, or online, nemcc.edu. 3rd and 12 for Byhalia. Shotgun snap. They'll hand off again to the running back. Brought down after getting the lost yardage back from the previous play. Looks like the first man there for the Braves, Carter Shinar, number 21. A junior for this year for Tishomingo County. 4th down again for Byhalia. 1 minute to play. It's 4th and 10 yards to go. It looks like Byhalia this time will punt the football, and the Braves might get another offensive play or two out of this. Nunley Trucking, Herman and also Darren Nunley, the entire staff, 662-424-0020. We're going to have timeout called by Tishomingo County. They'll take their second timeout of this exhibition. That's pretty smart. Coach Quinn wants to run another offensive play or 2 or 3, and he'll stop the clock with 46 seconds left to ensure that they will do so. Our game tonight also brought to you by Heather Edmondson and the entire staff at the Belmont Medical Clinic. For the best care for you and your family, call 662-454-3401 for an appointment. By Plaza Lanes in Corinth, 2001 East Shiloh Road. They feature leagues for all skill levels. It's also the perfect birthday party destination. To reserve those parties, call 662-286-8105. By Tishomingo County Circuit Court Clerk Rebecca Oakes. Thank you, Rebecca. If you're thinking of buying or selling your home, Mr. Durham with Property Pros is ready to help you get things moving. She's honest, hardworking, and readily accessible, and ready to make your dreams become a reality. Call 662-279-7055. Just like our hometown teams, Guarantee Bank knows what it means to work hard, play fair, and support our community. Whether it's helping you save for the big win or making sure your finances are game day ready, we've got you covered at Guarantee Bank. And the punt for Byhalia was shanked. The punter throws both hands up as if to say, oh, well. And so Jamboree action, I guarantee the young man will have it down pat by next Friday night for the Indians. And so the Braves are going to get great field position from the Byhalia. They'll spot it at the 32-yard line, I believe. And the Braves will have 46 seconds to work with to try to add on to what's been a 3-touchdown night so far against both Holly Springs and Byhalia. Triple D's Hardware and Supply, 1510 Battleground Drive in Iuka, with rental equipment available, mini excavators, skid steers, trenchers, and hand tools as well. 662-423-1222. Blakeney to pass, and I think it's incomplete indeed. Making a diving effort at the attempt, Braxton Brown, but the ball was thrown behind Brown and also low. 2nd and 10 with 40 seconds to go now.
You know, Byhalia, the first year I ever done this, our season opener game was at Byhalia, and I tell you what, Blake, it was a lot cooler tonight than what it was that night.
Shout out to our friend Chris Strickland, who was with you that night. Strickman, another Friday night, another season as well. And the Byhalia will call timeout, I believe.
Yeah, thanks to Chris Strickland, I'm doing this because I really wasn't too enthused about doing it when Jack offered me about doing it. Strick and Jack both talked me into doing it, so.
And here we are now 15 years later, partner.
Yep.
Can we say we're officially starting it, or do you want to call that next week? I think we lost connection there. Randall, you going to say this is the official start, or are we going to call next week the official start? Must be having some connection issues with our wireless receiver here. We'll work out the bugs ahead of next week. Yep.
I thought he should have went to number 11 instead of Braxton. Number 11 was wide open down the field, but he must have went to Braxton instead of number 11, Rutland.
A timeout brought to you by Eau Claire's Boutique and Gift Shop at 122 West Front Street in downtown Iuka, 662-593-5009. We can watch for new arrivals daily. That's a catch there by number 6, Hunter Stewart for the Braves, and there is a penalty flag on the play right by the sideline. It's a hold on Tishomingo County, and I understand now why Grayson Blakeney was not very happy.
Yeah.
I saw him clapping his hands there in a little disgust. The Braves go from a first down reception all the way with 26 seconds to go. They'll be well back near midfield after they mark this penalty flag off.
Talked to Miss Courtney a while ago. That's Hunter's mom. Of course, senior year for Hunter. But I guess the worst news ever for that family that's coming up, of course, Jackson is getting married to Lexi Kennedy. So I don't know if they're out there listening. So congratulations, Lexi and Hunter, on the engagement. Wish y'all nothing but the best.
They'll spot the football back to the 45-yard line, make it 2nd down and long. We'll call it 2nd and 20 for the Braves. Shotgun formation again. Receivers 2 on this side. And Blakeney looking this side. Finds complete. Braxton Brown. He'll get out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. He will not get the first down. It will set up a 3rd down. Now, what are they going to do? Move the ball all the way up? I think the ball... Wow, they're going to get a very favorable spot. They're going to mark it to the 25-yard line, and that's 5 more yards, I thought, than where Brown went out of bounds. So we'll take it. If that's the case, that's a 1st down, but now they're going to kick a field goal with 5 seconds left. Cooper Tapp will try here, and he's set up at the 32, so a 42-yard field goal. Play is dead. The kick is, I think, no good wide left. And that is indeed the case. And so that will conclude the scrimmage here with Byhalia. And 6-0, the Braves will win it here. Again, only playing one quarter of varsity action against Byhalia. And next up, we will have Tishomingo County Junior Varsity against the Thrasher Rebels. We'll get Coach Corey Quinn at the conclusion of the JV portion of tonight's action. But Randall, that's 2 varsity quarters down. The varsity is done for the night, and officially they'll put up 20 points in 2 quarters. Randall, your thoughts through our first look at the Braves here tonight?
Well, the second game, Blake, they, of course, went to the passing more than they did the running game. Of course, that first game, first quarter, they went with Dayton Crab and Alexander and Grayson running. But then the second game, they opened up the passing. Beautiful pass there to Braxton and made a very beautiful catch over there in that corner, and he set it up for that score right here against Holly Springs. And then Braxton made another good catch over here, and unfortunately we missed a field goal. But I like the offense so far, Blake. Of course, with the 1-2 punch with Alexander and Crab, that's going to be good. But I like this passing game as well.
I agree with you, and the defense putting up 2 straight zeros on the quarter on the scoreboard as well. I think they look better against Byhalia. Did give up the 1 4th down conversion, but that's pretty much it. Of course, the Byhalia offense only had 1 drive in the 1 quarter of play. And so Braves combined to win by a score of 20-0 here. I'm going to go ahead and clear the scoreboard. Randall, go through any other thoughts again about the upcoming schedule while I reset this scoreboard, and maybe also reflect on 15 years of broadcasting here on Ivy Broadcasting as well.
Kind of hard to believe it, but yeah, this year starts my 15th year at doing this. I always told I told Jack when I first started doing this that I'd do it for a couple years, and then 13 years later, here it is, year number 15 already. Seen some lot of ups and downs, but after last year, I told Coach Quinn this. I ain't taking nothing away from the other coaching staffs I've seen throughout the years, but last year was one of the funnest years I believe I've had. Did ruin 2 pairs of socks with Kossuth and South Pontotoc, but I do it again this year, Blake, to go 5-0. And pre-division, I thought we may get that playoff win, but unfortunately we fell about 4 points short down at Ripley. But 6-4 last year, first winning season in a while at Tishomingo County, and I've seen some seasons we only won 1 game, seen some only won 2 games. But Coach Quinn and his staff, I think he returns all of his staff from last year, so looking forward to year number 4 with Coach Quinn, and with the schedule, the way it shape up, I think we can have if we can stay injury-free, we can have a playoff game.
And that would be the ultimate goal, right, to see Coach Quinn and the staff get into that playoffs for the first time. Our JV game quickly underway. Your broadcast team appreciates that. Officials wasting no time between these games. The handoff goes for the Braves, who will get the football first to number 20. That is Grady Hubbard, a sophomore, beg your pardon, on this team. He'll get a gain of about 5 yards to the 35-yard line. Again, Thrasher in the powder blue and the reds with the red numerals, white striping around it, and the red headgear. Braves still in the blue tops, white shorts, white numerals, and silver headgear. Late penalty flag on the play. It'll be a false start on the Braves.
Powder blue. Whoever come up with a cover powder blue?
Oh, it's been worn by a few teams, has it not? It's not as popular, believe it or not, as it was back in the 70s. Almost every Major League Baseball team had powder blue at some point, it felt like.
The Phillies had it for a while.
Phillies, the Cardinals, the Braves, Cubs as well. Oh, a plethora of Major League teams back in the day. Throwing it back on you here. Playing 2 quarters here, JV action, Tishomingo County and Thrasher. Quarterback keeper here, quarterback for the JV team, Kim Oakes, a freshman for this team, and he'll get a couple of yards back from the penalty false start. 3rd down for this JV team, Braves. 3rd down and 7 from their own 32-yard line. We'll keep going through some. Go ahead, Randall.
I bet he's related to that Miss Rebecca Oates. How much you want to? What do you think?
Well, another great sponsor. How about that?
So the boss at the concession stand, not Rebecca, but David at the concession stand.
Big thanks to Shannon Holland of Burnsville Guarantee Bank and her entire staff, including Sandy, Shannon, Breeze, and Devin as well. Come by and see them for all your banking needs. First throw that we will see from Oakes in the pass incomplete, intended for Wyatt Holstein. another freshman on this team. Fourth down coming up for the Braves with 10 minutes to play in the first of 2 JV quarters coming up for you here tonight from the Potts Camp Jamboree, live from the Oakley Sports Complex here. And again, a special shout out to the Potts Camp coaching staff, all the administration, the security guards. They've been nothing but friendly to us. They even nearly took Randall's Alabama knapsack away from him, and I was hoping they would.
You know, it being red, I thought everybody likes red.
So the Braves, there will be no special teams here in this JV action, so they'll quote-unquote punt the ball over to Thrasher, and we'll see the Rebels offense for the first time coming up here in just a moment. Reminder, for reliable coverage close to home, visit Harold Laminack State Farm right across from the post office in Iuka. He's now celebrating over 45 years of service to our communities. 662-423-1231 by the Rooster Gallery and Studio at 119 Front Street of downtown Iuka. Thank you, Terry Whitehurst, 662-279-9718. Let me say hello to my buddy Matthew Worley. Good to see you. For the folks that are tuning in looking for coverage of Belmont or Itawamba football, Belmont football will be on the Belmont Athletics Foundation page, internet pending, and also Itawamba football with Matthew Willis and Jack Ivey tonight will be live on the Itawamba Agricultural High School Facebook page as well. So if you're looking for those Jamboree games, you can go to those respective Facebook pages and watch for those games.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all something. Y'all know how Facebook is pretty strict on the Facebook about getting blocked. If y'all can get a hold of that Roku or Fire Stick, that'd be perfect. Because in case we get blocked one Friday night, because you know how strict Facebook is about them rules.
Red Bay's going to be on Channel 1 on Roku, Belmont on Channel 2. We'll be on Channel 3 at Itawamba on Channel 4. So we'll have your high school football fix on one of your smart TVs with Roku app. Download that. Just search for Jack Ivey Broadcasting.
I think what he's trying to do, have each school have a Facebook page. But I don't think he'll be able to carry it on his page, so we're going to try to work something out with Tish. Belmont's going to have a page at Itawamba, Red Bay, and Tish-Mingo County is going to try to. Hopefully, we can get some things worked out between now and next week, because we can't have Facebook blocked because we'll have 4 games going on every Friday night. Other than, I think we get a week off, and I don't think the other teams do have a week off. So. If y'all got an opportunity to get on that Fire Stick and Roku, do that. Do that, because in case we get blocked on Facebook.
Braves have a chance at a pick here, and it will be an interception for the Braves. Number 34, Ryder Hall with the interception. The junior for Tishomingo County stepped right in front of that wide receiver, and the Brave defense gets its first turnover of the night between the varsity and JV teams.
So if you can do that, we'll try to have the games on Facebook every week. But if some Friday night we're blocked, we can't help it. That's just the way the Facebook rules are. Y'all know how they do. Especially if loud music's playing at a sporting events, we got to turn. That's when we got to. We love to see when the cheerleaders perform when they do their dance during the basketball team, but we got to turn that down because that's where they get us at a lot of the times.
And Randall will look forward, speaking of that, to next Friday night, seeing for the first time the pride of the tribe and also our Tishomingo County cheerleaders. They're noticeably absent this week, but in Jamboree play is, I guess they've moved through this thing really quickly compared to what we've been through in the past. But I understand totally them not being here this week, getting one more week of prep work in.
Yeah, you remember that one night we stayed down at Thrasher nearly to midnight doing a game.
And the lights went out on us, too.
The lights went out on us. Of course, I heard Miss Lambert say we've got a good group of cheerleaders this year, so I'm looking forward to seeing the Braves cheerleaders and the pride of the tribe.
Absolutely. We'll have those halftime performances for you each and every week here on Ivy Broadcasting. Here's a handoff to number 22, Hunter Ray for the Braves, a freshman. He'll be brought down for about a 3-yard gain.
One of our former cameraman legends, little sister, is a senior this year in that pride of the tribe. Of course, hey, I don't know if y'all saw it, but senior night will be against Biggersville. I think y'all saw that on the Tish County page, so remember that. And then I figure Adamsville will be homecoming, what I'm expecting. But good Lord willing, we'll be at every game Friday night. But like I said, try to find you a way other than the Facebook to watch the games on Friday night. We'll be there every Friday night, good Lord willing. Rain or snow, we will be there. Trust me, I ruined 2 pairs of socks last year at the Kossuth game and the South Pontotoc game, but it's well worth it.
Of Quarterback keeper here for the Braves trying to get that first down is number 9, Cam Oakes, just shy of that. It'll be 4th and 2 for Tishomingo County from their own 40-yard line coming up.
But if there's a way you can watch the games other than Facebook, that'd be great in case we do get blocked one Friday night.
But do me a favor each week. At least hop on and tell us you're watching, right, Randall? We want to see every folks that we are watching and give you a shout-out as well if we can.
Tell us how good we look, especially with me, because I get the most camera time around here.
It's designed by that on purpose, I think. I have a face for radio without a doubt.
Yeah.
We'll maybe at some point talk to Coach Strickland for the first time, our new head women's basketball coach, Tishomingo County. Good run there for the Braves. That's number 20 on the carry, Grady Hubbard, with a Boyce Hollingsworth first down, the first of those here in this JV contest. He'll get the Braves past midfield to the Thrasher 40-yard line.
And somebody's done asked me, so you going to interview me this year? I said, I don't know. How good are you going to be in basketball this year, Meg Moore? Of course, I may try to get an interview with Miss Meg Moore. If y'all don't know who Meg Moore is,
you're living under a rock.
You're living under a rock, folks.
I think I know how good she's going to be this year. Thrasher got a head start there, no penalty flag. Run up the middle for the Braves will net about 3 or 4 more yards.
But Blake, what scared me about the whole, about making that trip to Biggerville, it's going to seem strange this year. Y'all probably know where I'm going to go with this. I saw Mr. Palmer earlier going to the concession stand. I said, "How's school going?" He said, "Well, we're going, but it's different." Now, of course, y'all know who I'm talking about. Monica Moss, I hope to see you at a football game this year. I hope you're enjoying your retirement. I hope you and Chris is enjoying the retirement and everything. But you better come to a football game every once in a while. Don't forget how you get to Tishomingo County now.
I got a feeling she knows the way. Ray looking to pass here. Beg your pardon, that is Oakes looking to pass here, and he will scramble, will be forced out of bounds near the chains. Let's see where the spot is. He'll be short of the first down by about 2 yards with an acrobatic play there by his teammates over near the track here at the Oakley Sports Complex. 3 minutes and change to go here in the first of 2 quarters of JV action. 3rd and 2 for the Braves from the Thrasher 32-yard line.
I hope Coach Strickland ain't camera shy, so he's going to be on Jack Ivy a lot this year. Of course, we'll try to grab an interview with him, Meg, and may get a word with Parsons. Parsons is camera shy, ain't he?
I think he's warming up to it. Handoff up the middle. The Braves trying to get the first down, and they're going to be stuffed there by the Thrasher defensive line and linebackers coming crashing in. That was Grady Hubbard on the carry for the Braves. It's going to be 4th down for this JV Tishomingo County bunch. I want to say good luck to the Braves tonight from Tishomingo County Tax Assessor Mr. David Wayne Crum. Main Street Cycle in Tishomingo has great deals on a huge selection of new CF Moto ATVs, SXS, and motorcycles as well. You can visit mainstreetcycle.com for more information on all they have to offer. 4th and 1 for the Braves, and they will hand off to Hubbard again. He's got the first down and a lot of green grass ahead of him. Tried to make one cut, didn't get by him. Good job on Thrasher on closing pursuit there. But that's a big first down carry there for Grady Hubbard. A Boyce Hollingsworth first down. Boyce, your State Farm Insurance agent and IUCA at 1002 Battleground Drive, 662-423-5931. Braves are in the red zone. This red zone trip brought to you by Train Station Fitness here, offering something for every level of your fitness journey. Thank you, Jimmy and Savannah Arnold at 203 South Fulton Street in IUCA, 662-279-3026. Hey, Randall, I like the Train Station Fitness ad here by the train tracks in Potts Camp. And we've got a penalty flag on the play. The Braves are in the end zone. We'll see if it counts or not, though. It's a holding on the Braves, so wipe off the touchdown run by Hunter Ray.
Hey, Blake, this is nice football weather.
And next Friday night may even be nicer for that. I mean, is this? I mean, again, the first time you went to Byhalia, it was a oven box. Remember, 2 years ago, opening at Alcorn Central, we had to have heat timeouts every 3 minutes, I believe it was. And
probably the best thing of that was when we went to the pizza place down there and ate with your lovely family.
Yes, indeed, it was. And I'm looking forward to getting Mr. Bill back where we can do that again as a whole group, too, in the next couple of weeks. If you did miss that, Randall's dad, Mr. Bill, had a tumble earlier this week and is still in the hospital in Red Bay. Y'all keep him in prayers. Now, Mr. Bill, you may not ever hear from him or see him on camera or anything, but I wouldn't know what to do on a Friday night or a basketball game night if it wasn't for Mr. Bill when he comes with Randall. You know how much I love Mr. Bill, and Randall, we're going to look forward to seeing him back here in a couple of weeks.
Well, he said, I wish I could go with us. You'll be all right. He said,
He's a tough one now, I assure you that.
Yeah, my 85-year-old father had a tumble on the treadmill, folks. He was exercising. He thought he was going up with down with the speed. He went up with the speed and scratched his nose up, separated both shoulders. But he's doing fine. He's taking therapy. Pray for his patients.
Indeed, and for his nurses' patients, maybe.
Oh, he is eating them nurses up. They are spoiling him. I said, hey, y'all gonna, because he ain't going to get that once they get out of the door.
Less than 2 minutes to go in quarter number 1 of our JV action here. No score between the Braves and the Thrasher Rebels. Braves are knocking on the door, though. 2nd and 1 yard to go from the 9-yard line. Oaks with the quarterback keeper. There was a penalty flag, though, before the play. It's offsides on Thrasher. That will give the Braves a Boyce Hollingsworth first down, and it'll be 1st and goal to go. Boyce reminds you that you can stop by and see him for home, life, health, and retirement policies at 1002 Battleground Drive in Iuka. Peyton Cummings, Tishomingo County Chancery Clerk, sponsoring tonight's broadcast as well. Also, don't forget about Friendly Florist in Iuka, 112 West Front Street, 662-423-3501 by Animal Choice Vet Clinic in Iuka. Dr. Brian Dudley and staff there, 662-423-2686. By Kenny Fife, your Tishomingo County Farm Bureau agency at 1112 Marie Lane in Iuka. You can see Kenny for all your auto, home, and life insurance needs. His phone number is 662-423-6151. Handoff to the left side. Hubbard, can he get in the end zone? He is stopped, I believe, Randall. It's a yard shy of the goal line.
So it'll be a second goal from the inside the 2.
Well, yeah, we'll say inside the 2 as the clock goes under 1 minute to play here in quarter number 1. There will be more football. We won't be on the air for it, but wrapping up tonight's Jamboree action will be the Potts Camp varsity team against H.W. Byers. So if you're, of course, in the stadium, we won't have broadcast coverage of that. But it's been a good crowd here tonight, Randall Lindsay, for this Jamboree action with about 4 schools participating. Penalty flag on the play. And this one should go against it. It's going to go against the Thrasher Rebels. Offsides once again.
Now, we're playing another quarter with this bunch?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So we'll have one more quarter to go, and then we'll get Coach Corey Quinn to wrap up our broadcast, and then we'll come to you again next Friday night from Alcorn Central.
Well, I guess y'all heard about the big news out of the Quinn family. He's going to be daddy again in December.
Yep, congratulations.
Another boy.
Coach Quinn, yes, sir. So 2nd and goal to go for the Braves. Be Hubbard again in the backfield with Oaks. Oaks will hand it off, and the Rebels, they were right through that O-line pretty quickly there. And that was going to probably end the first quarter of play here of the 2 as the clock goes under 10 seconds to go. 3rd and goal for the Braves when we begin the second quarter next. It'll be brought to you by the Tishomingo County Electric Power Association, the TCEPA, members of that TVAE program, where they come and do an energy audit of your home, 662-423-3646 during normal business hours. H&H Small Engine Repair as well, 1109 Battleground Drive in Iuka. 662-423-2741. Also online now at hhsmallenginerepair.steeldealer.net. The place on front, 102 Front Street in Iuka. The event venue perfect for baby showers, bridal showers, and the like. Call Terry Whitehurst for your event venue needs, 662-279-0718. By Sonic over in Belmont and Iuka, it's your morning drink stop, both locations. Large soft drinks and tea starting at just 99 cents. Spark CPA with payroll processing, truckers' fuel reports, permits and IFTAs, audit, review, and compilation services, retirement planning, tax planning, and consulting among the services there at Sparks CPA. Tonight's broadcast coming your way brought to you by the Tishomingo County School Board and our Superintendent, Christy Holly. But Dr. Cameron Bonds at Medical Associates of the Shoals in Sheffield, Alabama, just a short drive from home as he continues to provide the excellent care for his patients that they deserve. 256-383-4447. Brought to you by Williams Service Center. Todd and the crew at 1112 West Equipment Street in Iuka, 662-423-2119. Let me give a couple of Facebook shout-outs again. Mr. Jerry Don Keith watching us from the big city of Tishomingo. Go Bulldogs there. Yes, sir, I know right where that's at. Mr. Daniel Bascom saying go Braves. Same thing for Ansley Feltman saying let's go Braves as well. Leave us a comment as we go through the night. We'll let you know who's watching as the Braves begin the second quarter of play. Oaks will scramble back to the 1-yard line. 4th and goal to go for the Braves coming up here. Second quarter, our final quarter of the night. coming up right now. We've already had 2 varsity quarters. Braves put up 14 points on Holly Springs. And no beg your pardon, they put up, yes, they did 14 points, and then they put up 6 on the Byhalia Indians. 20 combined points on the evening tonight for the Tishomingo County varsity team. Touchdowns by by Dayton Crabb, by if I can get my notes here, Grayson Blakeney, and also by Dominic Alexander as well in the varsity portion of tonight's action. Here's 4th down for the Braves, 4th and goal. Oaks trying to make a man miss, and he's brought down. And the Braves will turn it over on downs, and Thrasher's going to get it at about their own 2 or 3 yard line with 11 minutes to go here in our final quarter of play tonight from the Potts Camp Jamboree. Moore's Jewelry is at 104 West Front Street in Iuka. Like them on Facebook or follow on Instagram, or visit online www.mooresjewelry.com. Tonight's broadcast being brought to you by personal injury attorney Casey Lott, specializing in personal injury and pharmaceutical product liability cases. Call Casey for your legal needs, 662-554-4000. By Cornerstone Insurance, your local trusted choice independent insurance agency. This is a complete line of personal and commercial insurance products. Offices in Iuka at 107 South Fulton Street, and also in Boonville and in Baldwin as well. Could the Brave defense put up a safety here against Thrasher? Let's see. It's a handoff. Bounce around 1 tackle. He's out of the end zone to the 5 to the 10. He's got room to run now, 20-25, before being brought down by a bunch of pursuing Braves from behind, including number 34, Ryder Ha, who had the interception earlier in this JV action for the Braves. First down, Thrasher up to the 30-yard line. Sid's Trading Company, remind you that they've got TYM tractors from 22 horsepower to 130 horsepower. The lawnmowers include Bad Boy, Ferris, Skag, and Hustler as well, with factory-trained service technicians for everything that they sell. If you've got a cut, mower, dig, get it in at Sid's and Iuka, 2 locations, 1 on Highway 25, 1 Highway 72. Gatlin's Pharmacy in downtown Tishomingo offers that free delivery to anywhere in northeast Mississippi, northwest Alabama, and southwest Tennessee as well. 662-438-6605. Phone number for Gatlin's in Tishomingo. Thrasher with 1st and 10. A little screen pass to the Tishomingo County sideline, making a man miss before the Braves bring him down. I think 47 on that play, Talon Raby. Jaden Woods over there as well for the Braves. Brings up 2nd down for Thrasher. 9 minutes to play in our Jamboree action here tonight. Hometown Pizza in Burnsville, 343 Highway 72 in the East Burnsville Shopping Plaza with pizza, pasta, cheese sticks, wings, baked potatoes, hoagies, salad bar as well. 662-360-4019, the phone number for those call-in orders to Hometown Pizza in Burnsville. Tonight's broadcast also brought to you by Mr. Mac Walmer in Tishomingo County Coroner, by Brooks Grocery. You can download the Brooks app now, available on the App Store, Google Play. You can shop online. They'll bring the groceries right to your car for you. Also, if you want time out your internet, no matter where you live in the county, call Tishomingo Connect, 662-423-3646. Rebels with a handoff. They'll go straight up the middle. A couple of Braves in on the tackle. Let's see if I can get a couple of numbers from my vantage point. 51 and 9, I believe. That's Asher Godden, and also, beg your pardon, that's Asher Godin. And Cam Oakes, your quarterback, now turned into a defensive back for the Braves. 8 minutes to play in this Jamboree action. 3rd down for Thrasher, 2 yards to go from their own 38-yard line. Gossett Big 4, where you always get more, 628 South Gloucester. For 44 years, they've been 1 block from the hospital there in Tupelo. And there's a reminder, you can see them for stock hybrid units, and they've got a large stock of trucks, SUVs, and sedans that get 35 miles per gallon as well. Rebels, quarterback keeper, has the first down to midfield, and more pushed out of bounds there by Grady Hubbard. He may have got away with a horse collar tackle as well. No penalty flag that I see, but Thrasher in business at the Tishomingo County 41-yard line with 7:23 and counting to go in this Jamboree action. Dr. James Perkins over at the Iuka Animal Clinic at Highway 25 South. Healthcare, grooming, and boarding for your pets. 662-423-3470 by the staff at Iuka Discount Drugs, Lee Griffin and Kurt Butler and the crew there. 1411 West Equipment Street, 662-423-9039. Also brought to you by Just a Kind Word Florist at 1105 Battling Our Java. Iuka. Thank you, April Shea and the staff. Let Just a Kind Florist help you show your school spirit with homecoming parade flowers and more. 662-424-2694. Go ahead, Randall.
And if you're a business out there that's not yet sponsoring Tishomingo County Brave football, give Jack Ivy a call, and then we'll get you on before next week. We like them sponsors. We appreciate every sponsor we have every Friday night.
Absolutely. Good stop there by the Brave defense. The Thrasher running back met immediately. First man there, his helmet's off, number 7, Daniel Holm, with the first stop for Tishomingo County. He'll have to exit the game per rule. Checking in for him will be number 99. That's Stephen Wrights. Remind you of the coaching staff for the Braves, and I'll go back down to Randall Lindsay. Corey Quinn, of course, your head coach, entering year number 4. Defensive coordinator this year, Drew Dance, also works with the O-line. Matt Meeks, your special teams coordinator. Tight ends, outside linebackers. TJ Springer, running backs and defensive line. Clay Langston also working with the defensive line and wide receivers. And Colton Brown as assistant wide receivers and the secondary coach. Back to Randall.
I don't know about this Springer guy. He hung around with your daddy too much last year. I don't know about him yet.
Good young man, without a doubt. Pass play for the Rebels. It's busted by the Brave D line. Quarterback will scramble, fumble on the play, but it went out of bounds. Fumble was forced by number 34, Ryder Hall, who has the interception already in the game. It did go out of bounds. Thrasher will maintain possession, and it will, I believe, be third down for the Rebels, 3rd and short from the Tishomingo County 33-yard line.
Well, anybody that can hang around with the legendary coach at Tishomingo High School, Jerry Long, he's all right. He must be a pretty good person. Anybody can hang around with Jerry Long. You know, I forgot about something. You know, Coach Clatt, of course, did not return back, so maybe he did finally retire. I talked to him a couple years ago up at Sam's at Florence. He said, Randall, I'm getting out of coaching. Then I saw him down there. I said, was that Biggersville last year? So I said, I thought you was going to retire. He said, well, you know how it is. You get coaching in your bones. But Coach Clatt was at Tish County, of course, last year, and I think he's the only one that did not return from last year. So I wish Coach Larry Clatt the best.
Braves are blitzing here on 3rd down. Quarterback escapes, throws incomplete. Several Braves on pressure, including number 7 for Tishomingo County, Daniel Holm. Again, brings up 4th down and 2 for Thrasher, and I would assume they'll go for it here in Tishomingo County territory. We've got 5:28 to go in this junior varsity portion of our Jamboree tonight.
Oh, no, here comes the train.
My time of night. Sam, make sure we get this train coming through in the background.
Hey, train, Sam, don't get the train on camera.
Oh, no, we got to get it. You're going to see it in the top corner. Here it comes.
I thought Blake may have a black and white engineer hat on tonight when we came down here.
I've got my kid train horn as well. There it is. 4 locomotives long, folks. Yes, I'm a train nerd. Forgive me.
I still think Blake Long's the reason we're down here at Potts Camp instead of at Boonville. I still think Blake wanted this game moved to Potts Camp so we can see the train tonight.
Low snap on 4th down. It will be a penalty flag, I believe. And yet, false start on the Rebels.
I asked Quinn, I said, was you the reason why we came down at Potts Camp? He said, no, it's something about the turf. So I said, all right.
False start on the Rebels will push it back. Man, I grew up in Tishomingo County. You had the Norfolk Southern Railway going right through town. How could you not grow up loving trains as a kid? I'm just saying. And that kid part of me hasn't changed. I'll just be honest with you. You got to have some part of your childhood, I guess, go with you.
Yeah, you're right.
Carly Carmen, attorney at law, helps you with real estate law, estate planning, charity formations, nonprofit as well, and protects your right to parent. For a low-cost initial consultation, call 662-593-3079. Also, McWright Insurance at 9th Street in Belmont, offering a full range of superior insurance products under the leadership of Tamara and Brandon Farr, 662-454-7831. So 4th down here, under 5 minutes to play now in this Jamboree action. Shotgun snap. Thrasher again looks to throw over the middle. Intercepted again by the Braves. And a chance for a big return for Cam Oakes. Past midfield, brought down at the Thrasher 44-yard line. A big interception there as the Braves bring in here in the JV game their 2nd turnover of the night. Hall had the first pick for the Braves. Now Cam Oakes thwarts Thrasher's best attempt at scoring so far here in this contest. Randall, he was rolling down there like a train on the tracks.
Hey, speaking about that train's a long one.
Oh, I'm watching. Don't worry.
we ain't missed on that ball game watching that train, Sam.
You can still see it in the top corner of your screen here. We've got 4:42 to go while we train watch here. Got an intermodal coming through. Ain't no telling what's in those shipping containers. Always wondered that. Run up the middle for the Braves. Angel Salick on the carry. First time we've called his name out tonight, the sophomore for the Braves. We'll gain a couple to the Thrasher 38s. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Man, Blake, I don't want this over. I'm already ready to go to Alcorn Central.
We'll have live coverage for you, airtime at around 6:40 next Friday night. We'll try to have about a 20-minute pregame show before every game, except for homecoming, where we'll probably go early, around a 6:30 at least airtime for that. By the way, the train's about to pass by and be done. Headed to Memphis from here. Handoff again as we say goodbye to the BNSF train. That's number 15, Salick again on the carry, and he'll get a Boyce Hollingsworth first down. Well, we can call the broadcast off. The train's gone now. I kid. We've got 3:47. We're going to tough it out and talk to Coach Quinn afterwards as well, as long as we can keep our mic good right now. Again, Boyce Hollingsworth first down, 10:02 Battleground Drive, and Iuka 662-423-5931. Also thanks to Piggly Wiggly of Iuka, Belmont, and Red Bay. Lowest prices, hometown friendly service. There's Salick again, and he's close to another Boyce Hollingsworth first down. I think he tripped under his own feet and will be a yard shy. Make it 2nd and 1 coming up for the Braves. 3:23 and counting to go in our ball game this evening. Dr. Scott Seegers, nurse practitioner Sarah Cooley, and Elizabeth Thompson at the Seegers Clinic in Iuka. 662-423-1000 for an appointments. And somebody called timeout. I think it may have been Thrasher. So timeout called by the Thrasher Rebels. Our first timeout here in this JV contest. We've got 3:11 to go. Braves are trying to break this scoreless tie. They're in the red zone. This red zone trip brought to you by Hometown Pizza in Iuka. A big shout out to Regina and James Smith, longtime sponsors. We appreciate you guys and all of our sponsors so much. Don't forget about that 20-inch party pizza as well. 662-593-3036 for those call-in orders. Randall, down to you.
I think Regina was watching earlier.
We sure do appreciate them. We've got a lot of folks, Randall, that have been with us for a long time, and we are incredibly grateful for you as we begin another season of coverage to Tishomingo County sports. We'll take you all the way through basketball, baseball, and softball seasons as well.
Talked to one of our Lady Braves basketball player earlier, the world-famous number 14, Claire Ray.
Is this her senior year? It is it not?
No.
No? Just junior year?
See, only Abby and
That's right.
Tasmanian
That's
Devil.
right.
And Chloe Glad. Chloe's a senior this year. Chloe Gladwell's a senior this year. And I think Chloe, I'm hearing maybe that fifth. You know, they only lost Baylor Middleton from last year.
That's right. Now a Northeast Lady Tiger herself. 2nd down and 1 yard to go out of the timeout. A leaping play there by Salick, and he'll pick up another Boyce Hollingsworth first down.
Man.
It'll be 1st and goal to go for the Braves again.
Saquon Barkley and Najee Harris, y'all need to quit doing this. That's going to get some kid. That's going to get a player hurt trying to do that high hurdle. Now, Saquon's was above and beyond. But as I hate to say that, go Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan and a Crimson Tider. Sorry, I don't like no other teams, but I mean, they're going to get somebody hurt doing that, trying to high hurdle that. Somebody's going to tear a knee up or something trying to do that.
3:01 to go here. We got a timeout call by Tishomingo County here as the Braves have 1st and goal to go coming up. That was a first down run by Salick moments ago. First down's brought to you by Boyce Hollingsworth State Farm, 662-423-5931 for all your insurance needs. Our broadcast also brought to you by Mississippi Land Bank. Call Dustin Lambert at 662-286-0020 at 2101 Highway 72 in Corinth. For more than 100 years, Mississippi Land Bank has offered financing solutions and refinancing to rural communities in 32 northern Mississippi counties. Prairie Pottery and Heavenly Yogurt at 115 South Fulton Street in Iuka, 662-424-0202 as we have a touchdown run by Angel Salick to break the tie. Braves in the end zone here. It's a Farm Bureau touchdown brought to you by your local agencies in Iuka. 662-423-6151 at 1112 Maria Lane in Iuka. That's a Farm Bureau touchdown by Angel Salick. Gives the Braves a 6-0 lead here with 2:55 to go in our JV portion of tonight's Potts Camp Jamboree. Randall, how comfortable is it outside right now for an August evening?
Better than what some of the August evenings I have seen here in the past few years, especially 2 years ago over at Alcorn Central.
Handoff as the Braves will go for two. Salick breaks the tackle, but then is brought down about a yard shy of the goal line. So the score is going to stay 6-0. Clock again reading 2:55 to go in our JV portion of tonight's Jamboree.
No complaints with the weather. And the way the temperatures looking next week, it's going to feel like football weather down in Farmington, Mississippi.
And we'll be there again, airtime 6:40, a regular season opener down at Alcorn Central. Then the home opener 2 weeks from tonight. Need you there at Tishomingo County.
Beautiful.
It'll be Biggersville, and also, as Randall mentioned, it will be senior night. So pack the stands for that big presentation. Senior night coming up with the home opener against the Biggersville Lions.
You know, we'll get 2 games in a row at home.
And then the Kossuth Aggies, we're going to be going for the Alcorn County Championship in the first 3 weeks. Of course, we'll have the Corinth Warriors later in the season as well, but I guess they're not in the Alcorn School District, so.
Brian Kelly and them Aggies, I tell you what, it's hard to beat them Aggies 2 years in a row. We've done it before, but it's hard to do it.
Yeah, last year's win snapped a long winning streak by Kossuth in the series, though, Randall. You're right. It's tough to beat that team, period.
Coach Kelly's always had a good football team, a good physical football team. Big offensive line, big defensive line. Of course, we'll see Belmont. You know, we'll see in Belmont earlier this year what we did last year.
Cam Oaks had an interception the last Tishomingo County drive, and the Braves are going to get a fumble recovery here. Falling on the fumble on the botched handoff was the big man, number 99, Stephen Wright. So the Braves now have forced 3 turnovers here in the JV portion of tonight's game. And, Randall, that's an encouraging sign, is it not?
Yes, it is. That's what you like to see, but you need the offense to capitalize on the turnover.
Let's see what the Braves can do. Still 2 minutes, 50 seconds to work with here. Ball will be spotted at the Thrasher 23-yard line. So the Braves will not have long to go if they want to add to the 6-0 lead they've got right now. Tonight's game also being brought to you by Northeast Mississippi Community College. Northeast moving forward to technology in the classroom. Health and Fitness Initiative, Honors College, Student Success Center. And, of course, they have a commitment to excellence in athletics and a 4-day instructional week as well. Take your next steps at Northeast, 1-800-555-2154, or online, nemcc.edu.
Hey, Blake, tell this Alabama boy where Adamsville's at.
Adamsville, Tennessee is almost, you go north to go to Savannah, right?
Yes, sir.
And you go west from Savannah, and it's between Savannah and Selmer.
Okay.
It's barely into McNairy County from Hardin County.
Okay.
So that is where the Adamsville Cardinals, who will be our final non-division game. Of course, it's a home game this year. I assume we'll return the trip to Adamsville next year. High snap to Oaks, and the pass incomplete, intended for number 17. That is Wyatt Holstein. Second and 10 for the Braves.
Now, and I don't assume much, but I'm assuming that will be the homecoming game before. And then the next week, we got the week off, which is very odd.
First time in a while we've had an open date on the schedule.
Correct. First time in a while I know of a while that we've had an open date. Then we go to South Pontotoc. Do we host and then go, or let's see? Coach Quinn sent me the schedule. We go to South and then host Corinth, then go to New Albany, then home with North Pontotoc, I believe. That may be. I know we do go to New Albany. New Albany's probably going to be pretty. New Albany and Corinth's probably going to be the 2 toughest. Of course, we beat South Pontotoc last year in the downpour and rain, and
you were in a pair of shoes down there, did you not?
Oh, I actually ruined some socks. But good news, I went to Dick's last Saturday and got me a brand new pack of socks, so I am ready. I said just in case. In fact, I'm thinking about keeping a pair in my truck just in case.
We had a nice excitement below Sam down there when Wyatt Holstein made the catch moments ago. Sam, I think you heard that right down there to your left. Here's third down, and back on the far side, Holstein makes the catch, makes a move. He's got the first down and more. 10-5, touchdown Braves! And there's that excitement. You may have heard a little bit of that right below me there. A touchdown there for number 17, Wyatt Holstein, the freshman, making his Tishomingo County debut this evening. A Farm Bureau touchdown brought to you by your local Farm Bureau agencies in Belmont and Iuka. We offer local services with local offices and local agents, always supporting our home teams and our communities as well. They remind you to stop by their offices and register for one of their outstanding fall giveaways, where service is local, service is better. That was a touchdown catch of around 15 yards or so for the Braves. Makes it 12-0. Clock will stop with 94 seconds to play as we begin to wrap up tonight's Jamboree action here from Potts Camp, Mississippi. Officially, Randall, we are under those Friday night lights for the first time as the lights, the sun's setting off to our west. 2-point conversion run. We have a penalty flag on the play. The try was no good as Oaks could not get into the end zone, and the penalty was on the Braves. So the 2-point try, no good. Score will stay 12-0, and we've got 94 seconds left to go. Randall, I reckon Coach Quinn ought to be pretty happy after we talk to him tonight, don't you think?
I think he will be. Of course, I didn't know how much they was going to show the offense, but I think, I've been real pleased. I like the way the varsity moved the ball with Alexander and Crab. The passing game, we saw the passing game a little bit in the quarter against Byhalia. But, Braxton Brown, I thought we may even use number 11 a little bit more, Rutland. So, looking forward to seeing what he's going to do. But we're going to have somebody. Instead of having that one go-to receiver like we had last year with Chase Booker, we may have about 2 or 3 that can make some catches.
And we'll see. I'm going to say you're right. Rutland will eventually, he's a sophomore. He'll play into the picture, I guarantee, more as we go down the road. Hey, thanks to Nunley Trucking Company, Herman and also Darren Nunley, and the entire staff. 662-424-0080 by Heather Edmondson and the staff of the Belmont Medical Clinic. 662-454-3401. Plaza Lanes in Corinth, 2001 East Shiloh Road with leagues for all skill levels. Also, the perfect birthday party destination to reserve those parties in your lanes. Call 662-286-8105. Brave defense is going to pick up their first sack of this JV contest. Making the play for the Braves, number 7, Daniel Holmes. We've called his name a couple of times here. Final minute of play coming up here in our portion of tonight's Jamboree. Again, the action will continue as Potts Camp takes on H.W. Byers, but we'll get out of here after we talk to Coach Quinn. Randall Lindsay, if you want to go ahead and maybe making your way toward where the Braves will be, Randall.
Well, if my mic does not cut out, it stayed real good in this game here, probably the best all night, Blake. So we'll try to get a quick word if we can.
Absolutely, and I think we'll talk to him. Of course, we'll talk to Coach Quinn each and every week before and after the game, as long as weather's good and microphones are good. We appreciate Coach Quinn giving us some of his time to evaluate before the game and after the game the Braves' opponents and the performance of the night. Tonight's game also brought to you by Tishomingo County Circuit Court Clerk Rebecca Oaks. If you're thinking of buying or selling your home, Misty Durham with Property Pros is ready to help you get things moving. Give your homegirl a call today, Misty Durham, 662-279-7055. Final play coming up here, 20 seconds to go. Thrasher will throw a screen pass toward the Tishomingo County sideline, and it'll go for a first down. Braves will wrestle him down. Number 53 making the initial hit, Jaden Woods, the sophomore for the Braves. 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, Blake, I think my mic's going to be able to pick up over here. So
yeah, I think you're good right now, Randall. And we do have a Brave down. He's getting up, thank goodness. And that is Oaks as well, the JV quarterback for the Braves. We'll still get a word from Coach Quinn. Randall Lindsay's over there on the Tishomingo County sideline.
Check.
And we'll do our best to grab a hold of him before we get off the field. The Braves are going to win this JV portion by a score of 12-0. And so the Brave defense between the 4 quarters, JV and varsity tonight, does not give up a single point. So that's encouraging news tonight. Braves JV winning over Thrasher 12-0. Brave varsity in 1 quarter beats Byhalia 6-0. And the Brave varsity in 1 quarter beats Holly Springs 14-0. That's your results tonight from the Potts Camp Jamboree. While we await Coach Quinn, we want to thank Guarantee Bank. Just like our hometown teams, Guarantee Bank knows what it means to work hard, play fair, and support our community. Whether it's helping you save for the big win or making sure your finances are game day ready, we've got you covered at Guarantee Bank. Also brought to you by Triple D's Hardware and Supply, 1510 Battleground Drive in Iuka. Lumber, hardware, building supplies, and much more. 662-423-1222. For reliable coverage close to home, visit Harold Lomanek State Farm right across from the post office in Iuka. 662-423-1231. He's now celebrating over 45 years of service to our community. The Rooster Gallery and Studio is at 119 Front Street in Iuka. Thank you, Terry Whitehurst, 662-279-9718. Braves coming off the field now.
Coach, just a quick word. How will you assess the game here this evening?
Man, we got a lot to work on, but what I liked is that we played 3 different teams tonight, which means that we had to kind of like – you got 2 ways to do it. You either triple game plan or you could just play your base stuff. We just played our base stuff. I was really proud of the way that we executed, especially offensively. In the first game, we only got about 9 plays and scored 2 touchdowns. In the second game, a little bit more methodical. I think if we had some time there at the end, we would have got another in. But, just tonight to not show very much, but kind of wanted to see what our team looked like physically, and I think we looked pretty good.
Coach, I thought your offense really moved the ball that first, with the running game between Dominique. And I liked the passing game when, throwing the Asher Brown. I think number 11, Rutland's going to step up this year. We ain't going to have one receiver to go to like we did last year with Chase. We're going to have several to step up.
Well, we're going to have to moneyball this, right? We can't replace Chase, with one individual, but we can replace him in the aggregate. So we feel like we've done a good job this offseason of developing some more weapons to complement, our pieces. Like, there's some great things Braxton Brown does. There's some great things Kylan does. Some great things Stewie does. Some great things Cole Fair does. And then you've got to defend Dayton Crabb, Dominic Alexander, and Grayson in the box. I think it's going to give people some trouble. As long as we can keep rolling people up front, we'll be just fine.
Well, Coach, I won't hold it. Good Lord Will, I am ready to start the season next week at Alcorn Central. It's here, but Coach is looking forward to working with you. And you're number 4. Kind of hard to believe that, but looking forward to working with you and your staff this year. And let's have a great season like we did last year. Last year was one of the most fun seasons I've ever had since I've been doing this. Of course, winning 6 ball games help, but I like to get that 7 and 8 win to maybe get a playoff this week.
That's right. That's what we're trying to get, and that's been our goal since we started this season, is to compete for winning our region. That's what these kids want to do. It's what I want to do, and it's going to take us getting better every week till it's time to go play those ball games.
Well, Coach, have a great week. I hope the kids have a wonderful week at practice. Weather's going to be beautiful next week. We'll see you at Alcorn Central.
Yes, sir. Ready to go. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one, Randall.
Well, Blake, wrap it up. Let's go. We'll see y'all next week at Alcorn Central. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Absolutely, Randall. Let me give a couple of more sponsors a shout-out. Then we've got the Potscamp and H.W. Byers game that's underway on your TV screen. We're going to get out of their hair as quickly as we can just to respect those teams. Let me thank real quickly Shannon Holland and the gang of Brownsville Guarantee Bank. Also, Sandy, Shannon, Breeze, Devon. For all your banking needs, stop by and see them. Also brought to you by Eau Claire's Boutique and Gift Shop in Iuka at 122 West Front Street in downtown Iuka. 662-593-5009. By Jimmy Arnold with Better Built Homes. Quality that you deserve. A name you can trust. 662-279-3026. By Main Street Cycle and Tishomingo. Don't forget you can check them out online at mainstreetcycle.com or call them at 662-438-6407. Good luck to the Braves tonight from David Wayne Crum, your Tishomingo County Tax Assessor. And tonight's game also being brought to you by Pate Cummings, your Tishomingo County Chancery Clerk. Thanks again to our first down sponsor, Boyce Hollingsworth at State Farm Insurance, and to Farm Bureau of Tishomingo County for our touchdown sponsor as well. Don't forget, if you would like to get on board for our broadcast of the year as a sponsor, we've still got time to get you on by next Friday night or any Friday night moving forward. I can assure you of that. Just reach out to our good friend and the boss man, Jack Ivey, and I'm going to give you his phone number real quick on the air twice, and then we'll call it a night here. 662-423-7602, 662-423-7602, the phone number for Jack Ivey to come on the air as one of our great sponsors for this football season. Sam Barnett, you get 2 thumbs up from me for your camera work on night number 1. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it. He's a little harder on himself, but other than the camera by itself zooming out a couple of times, I thought that, Sam, you did a really good job. I appreciate you. For Sam Barnett, for Randall Lindsay, I'm Blake Long saying so long for the campus of Potscamp High School. Again, your finals tonight for the varsity team playing 2 one-quarter exhibitions. Braves over Holly Springs, 14-0 with touchdowns by Dayton Crabb and Grayson Blakeney. The Braves also in a one-quarter exhibition beating Byhalia 6-0 on a touchdown run by Dominic Alexander. And then here in the JV portion, as you see on your TV screen, it's the Braves over Thrasher 12-0 with touchdowns by Angel Salick and also a reception touchdown. And I'm going to forget that young man's name incorrectly if I don't get my roster sheet back out. Number 17 with the TD reception, that was Wyatt Holstein. Your scores tonight for the Braves. We'll do it for real next Friday at Alcorn Central. Good Lord's willing, we'll see you next Friday night, August the 29th. Hope to see you in person. If not, remember we'll be here on Facebook, on our new Roku channel. Search for Jack Ivey Broadcasting there, or online at WRMGradio.com at the TCHS Sports Link. Airtime at 6:40. Kickoff at 7 from Glenn, Mississippi. Again, for Sam and Randall, I'm Blake. So long, everybody, and may God bless.